we've got two teams who will look to their running backs to try to control the pace of the game. It's the Seahawks going up against the Falcons. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee. And that's at the 25. And out comes Seattle, led by Russell Wilson. No knee brace. He shed that in the wild card round, the one that he'd been wearing the whole regular season. He looked pretty good doing it. 224 yards, 2 touchdown passes.
The offense runs through him now. But once he got some help from Thomas Rawls back at running back, now things really loosened up for Russell Wilson. He is turning into the consummate leader and playmaker for the Seattle Seahawks. How about that? His 8th playoff win as a starting quarterback. I believe that's one more than the Lions have had in their entire franchise history.
It is. Little low blow, but that is a fact. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I think the Seattle Seahawks love nothing more than prior to any game if someone questions Doug Baldwin and his skills.
Because that chip on his shoulder.
Chip. You're talking about Boulder. All right? And that's what fuels him. Remember, undrafted out of Stanford, has worked his way into being one of the top receivers in the league. And I don't think he wears that number 89 by accident. He reminds me a lot of Steve Smith in attitude and now in playmaking ability.
And 104 yards and a touchdown in that wild card game to prove it. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. The starters for the Seahawks of Seattle on the offensive side. Charles, they can use a big game from Thomas Rawls.
And they really loved what they got out of him last year because an undrafted player is not supposed to give you nearly 6 yards a carry in production. And that's exactly what he did. They need a big game out of him, and they expect it.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Thomas Rawls there. Now 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
So on 4th down, here's the Canadian-born punter, John Ryan, to kick it away for Seattle. Back deep for the Falcons is Eric Weems. This is taken at the 15. Look at the spin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. And the man under center for these Atlanta Falcons on offense, Matt Ryan, who might be the front runner to take home the MVP trophy. And with these numbers, it's hard to argue. Just under 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns, and just 7 interceptions.
But the numbers that I know Matt's focused on, that he's not going to talk to us about, is trying to win games in the playoffs. He's got 1 win so far in his career. He wants big numbers this time, and he's got a chance at home against Seattle and Russell Wilson.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
clock running under a minute to go in a scoreless first quarter. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We're back to Atlanta in just a moment. This is the NFL, and you're watching EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Head & Shoulders. Shoulders were made for greatness, not dandruff.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out.
Going to give it to Freeman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Freeman again, a first down carry. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Tackle made by Deshaun Shedd. Brief break in the action here. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Now, not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On second down, here's Ryan. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So completion on second down, that brings up third. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the gun on third down, Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now Ryan on first down. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Second down following the incompletion. Second and 10 now. Ryan to the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were in bounds, and they were.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course,
foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw again is Ryan. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And the kick for the 41-year-old is up and good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Graham's got it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. Wilson will throw again. He's got time. All kinds of time. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third. To throw again is Wilson. He'll dump it off to Procise. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he finds his tight end, Graham. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. Both teams have played a clean first half and that there are no turnovers to this point. That being the case, it's no surprise that we have a very close game at halftime. So here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 3rd down at the 49. Sanu the catch over the middle, and the pass and catch will end up going for 11 yards. Later on the drive, they'd stall out and settle for a field goal. So that'll bring our halftime report to a close. We'll go back now to the Georgia Dome for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Here's Eric Weems now on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
4 down. Ready,
Now Ryan on 2nd down. Fighting through, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd down, Ryan surveying the field. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Tony McDaniel in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
They come out here in the eye. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
Following the penalty, it's Rawls. There goes Thomas Rawls. Past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense. Still 1st down.
Two receivers left, one to the right. Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up 2nd down. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And leading here late, so a chance for the defense to really close out this game if they can halt the offense. On 2nd down, Wilson. They set up the screen to Rawls. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Wilson again to Rolls. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A sizable gain there, 9 yards as they get it back to a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Marcel Reese from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Stephen Hauschka for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do When we have the opportunity, they've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 20 that time. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. He's back to throw. Finding time. Connects with Sanu right side. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Ryan. And that's incomplete. Trying to get that in the hands of Devontae Freeman that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Here's Ryan. He's got time in the pocket. Great protection. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl cornerback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And who else to make the big play to seal this victory but Richard Sherman?
He does have an exquisite sense of timing, doesn't he? He loves the spotlight, loves the big stage. Really feels no pressure when there's a big play that needs to happen, and he just did another one right there. Remember when he knocked one away to seal an NFC Championship game against San Francisco?
Yep.
And that was really kind of the big arrival on stage for the rest of the world was that play in that game for Richard Sherman.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. They start on the ground with Rawls. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. second down. Rawls. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. They run with a power back. Rawls. And he will have the first down here as he's up to the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.